Hello and welcome back to yours truly. Before we get started, I want to say this video is sponsored by water. Water, the most addictive substance on earth. You try it once and you're hooked for life. Fucking water. My fucking water. That was not worth the joke. That was not worth the joke. Now that that's out of the way, I wanted to do a video that talks about myself a little bit more. I want my, if I do get an audience, I want my audience to understand my background, where I'm coming from, what I smell like, the important things in my life. Some people have described me before as pretty wiggity-wackety-woo, while others have said that I'm one of these people that when I get motivated and concentrate on something, I pretty much hone in on it and see it through most of the time. But if I were to describe myself, I would describe myself as Chris. Now, while I'm a slim guy, I can retain my body heat relatively well, mostly because I've lived up in the Great White North of Canada for all of my life. So I just recently graduated from university. I don't feel the need to tell you which university I graduated from because you're strangers on the internet, but it's a pretty prestigious university here in Canada. There I studied humanities, specifically multimedia and theater and film. I got an honors BA, and if it's not blatantly obvious already, I clearly have very conservative viewpoints. Since I've graduated, I've been on the fringe of the film, television, commercial industry. I've been a production assistant on a few commercials, and I've directed, produced, and wrote 2 short films, one of which went to some film festivals and is out on the internet right now. If you want to find it, I'm sure you can. The other of which is going to be released soon, hopefully. So what I'm trying to say is, I am more than qualified to make free videos for you on the internet. So I'm just doing this in my room. My bed's right there. Speaking of my bed, I've had some pretty crazy dreams recently. I had a dream the other night where I was in a space station and Spock was there, but he had his pants down and his penis was doing the live long and prosper. You had to have been there. I also had a dream the other night where I was on a boat and we were sailing towards the coast and there was a shark that was attacking us, but it was a super smart shark, so he was picking us off one by one. However, when we got to the coast, what I realized was all the people are actually sharks. So when I jumped into the water, I became the shark and I started biting the sharks. So it was like a really cool like M. Night Shyamalan twist. I've never seen Jaws, but I've seen Jaws 2. So Jaws 2 is the best shark movie I've ever seen. This one time I was sitting in a backyard, and I watched 2 squirrels chase each other for nearly an hour and a half. But near the end of that time, the 2 squirrels started humping. So what I'm trying to say is I have a pretty good understanding of how nature works. And then this lady came out through her back door and saw me and said, "Who are you? How did you get here?" And I said, "I don't know." This one time when I was younger, I went on a field trip with my class to this wilderness area. And when we were there, this guide gave us this scavenger hunt list. And he began to explain some instructions. However, I got distracted by a butterfly. So when I clued back in, he had already explained pretty much everything, so I looked at my buddy's list to make sure I hadn't missed anything, and the only thing that was written there was Luke at the top of the page. So I said, okay, I should do that. So I wrote Luke at the top of my page. At the end of the trip, the guide came up to me and said, "So, Luke, how's your time here?" And I said to him, "My name's not Luke. My name's Chris." Man, 2015 was a crazy year. So I hope you enjoyed this little peek into my life. I really enjoy making these, so I'm going to continue to make videos pretty much daily. So if you want to stay connected, you know that you should subscribe and like and all that kind of stuff. I mean, YouTube's existed for 10 years. We've probably been on this website for quite a while. You should know this. I mean, you're a human. You're a human adult, likely. You've been here a long time. You're smart. I shouldn't have to explain this shit to you. You should know this stuff by now. Come on, guys. I'm not your fucking dad, okay? Know what you want to do in life and just do it. If you want to keep watching these fucking videos, then just do this shit. Why do I have to explain this shit to you? I can't believe I'm expected to do this. Come the fuck on.